The journey begins. A group of 10 skilled hikers, mostly students from the Ural Polytechnic Institute, prepared for a challenging expedition. Their leader, Igor Dyatlov, 23, meticulously planned the journey. Their goal was to reach Otorten Mountain, a remote, snow-covered peak in the Ural Mountains. The trek was classified as Category E, the most difficult level of hiking in the Soviet Union. On January 23, the group boarded a train to Ivdol, the last settlement. Before the Ural wilderness, spirits were high. They documented their journey through photographs and diaries, capturing their excitement. But only one member would survive. The team. Igor Dyatlov, 23, group leader, engineering student. Zinaida Kolmogorova, 22, experienced hiker, Dyatlov's rumored love interest. Yuri Doroshenko, 21, known for his endurance, previously fought off a bear. Alexander Kolevatov, 24, nuclear physics student, analytical mind. Rustem Slobodin, 23, strong athlete, boxing experience. Nikolai Thebioksbrignolol, 24, French-Russian background, talented engineer. Lyudmila Dubanina, 20, outspoken and furious, known for her leadership. Semyon Zolotaryov, 38, war veteran, mysterious addition to the group. Yuri Yudin, 21, only survivor, left due to illness before the tragedy. The final camp. On February 1, 1959, the team set up camp on the eastern slope of Kholat Sakhl, a location later called Dyatlov Pass. The name Kholat Sakhl meant Dead Mountain in the indigenous Mansi language. The team's last diary entries were lighthearted. They joked about food shortages, laughed at the harsh cold, and made fun of Soviet bureaucracy. There was no sign of impending disaster. Then, something went terribly wrong. The discovery. When the group failed to return by February 12, a massive search effort was launched. On February 26, the rescue team found their tent, half buried in snow. What they saw made no sense. The tent was slashed open from the inside. Belongings were untouched, clothes, food, and equipment remained. Footprints led away from the tent, barefoot and scattered. The temperature had been 30°C that night. Why would 9 experienced hikers flee their shelter without shoes or warm clothing? The first bodies. Rescuers followed the footprints 1.5 kilometers downhill, where they found the first 2 bodies, Yuri Doroshenko and Georgy Krivonischenko, found near a small campfire, half-naked. Their hands were burned, as if they had desperately tried to keep warm. The branches above them were broken, suggesting they had climbed the tree, as if something was chasing them. Igor Dyatlov found frozen in a crawling position, his body facing the direction of the tent, as if he tried to return but collapsed. Rustem Slobodin had a fractured skull, but no external wounds. No struggle marks, no signs of impact. The ravine bodies. 2 months later, the remaining 4 hikers were found in a ravine, buried under 4 meters of snow. Their injuries defied logic. Nikolai Thebioksbrignolol, severe skull fracture, equivalent to a car crash impact. Lyudmila Dubanina, missing tongue and eyes, ribs crushed. Alexander Kolevatov and Semyon Zolotaryov, massive chest fractures, as if hit by a powerful force. Traces of radiation found on their clothes. Strange details. No external wounds on some bodies, despite internal fractures. Snow around the bodies was undisturbed, ruling out an avalanche. High levels of radiation on some clothing. Reports of strange orange lights in the sky that night. Theories. 1 avalanche. Tent was still standing. No signs of displaced snow. Footprints suggest they walked away calmly at first. 2 military experiments. Radiation suggests possible nuclear testing. Soviet authorities classified the case, raising suspicion. 3 UFO encounter. Witnesses saw strange lights in the sky. Some believe the hikers ran from something unnatural. 4 paranormal forces. Mansi legends warn of a cursed mountain. Could they have disturbed something beyond human understanding? Unanswered questions. Why did they flee the tent in deadly cold? What caused massive injuries without external wounds? Why did some bodies show radiation exposure? Why did authorities suppress information for years? The final mystery. In 2019, Russian officials reopened the case, concluding an avalanche was responsible. But many experts disagree. The evidence doesn't add up. Over 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries.